Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you guys the Ultra Dent Tools Set 31 version 1 stand setup. And what we've got right here is we've got actually two stands, and this is kind of how I like to set it up. I use two of them together to actually give myself more strength and rigidity. But normally when you guys buy your kit, what you're going to get is you're going to get the single stand. And these stands are really super simple to put together. So what I like about them is they're so simplistic. All you got to do is just undo these set screws. This whole thing comes apart. This doesn't come apart at all. It's fixed, so it pivots, and these set screws stop it from pivoting. So super simple setup. You guys drill 4 holes in the concrete with the lags that we give you guys. There's some big heavy duty 3/8 lag bolts, and so you drill 4 holes and zip these things into the ground. This thing's going to be super sturdy. The vertical pole, you just have to tighten the set screws on that. So once that's set up, you can set your height on it. And I'm going to match these things up to be even with each other. So once they're aligned, you get that thing set up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the extrusion part of it on the top. What I've done here, the way you do this is you set this thing up on top, and you line up the holes how you want them. I like to position the extrusion on center. I like to center it because it's more than enough space for the tank. So what you have is you've got a series of these little nut plates with screws and washers. So you've got to make sure that the nut plate has the little prong going down, otherwise it won't slide into the extrusion. Okay, because if they're turned around, they won't slide in for you. But and then you can just back off the screw, and you can slide those in there and tighten them wherever you want them. Okay, so I've got this one already all set up. Basically, what I did was I aligned 4 sets of set screws in alignment with these holes here, so that when I put them together, I can tighten them all up and make it into one complete unit. Okay, so this thing's gonna get set up like that, and then I'm gonna bring my washers in and put my nuts on the bottom of the set screws. The set screws, keep in mind, the set screws have to be hand tight in all the way once you get them positioned where you want them. Okay. I'm going to get 2 on here at least just to hold it. Once I get a couple of them on, then it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so now I can let go of it. Okay, and then I can get the rest of them going. So I'll get the rest of these on here. Impact down here. So that's all set up. Now I can spin it around, and what's the beauty of this thing is it's got really great articulation. So you just have to make sure that these set screws are all loose on the upper head, pivot head, and then this thing will spin all the way around, and it'll give you like tremendous articulation. Okay, so I'm going to bring it straight up, and then once I get it straight up, for now, just to see where we want to be, then I can just kind of even just tighten one for the moment. Okay, so now that we've got the extrusion mounted on here, nice and solid and tightened up, that's all ready. I've got my 4 set screws more or less loose here on the whole head, and then I just tightened up one right here just to make sure it's not going to move. And then I've got our new tank hold down bracket that's going to slide into the back of this. This little guy is going to slide on here, and then we're going to go ahead and mount the tank on here. And then these tabs, these mounting tabs on the tank are going to slide around these brackets that I bolted these on here, and I already lined them up, okay, before. So what this is going to do is it's going to allow me to push the tank all the way down onto the extrusion, which is going to give it more stability. So then I'm going to slide that back mounting bracket down, get that all lined, and then I just got to get these front holes lined up, and then we'll go ahead and stick these 3/8 bolts in there on those tabs to mount it. It's going to be a really sturdy setup. Typical setups with these, you know, we would go off the extrusion with the tabs and use the spacers. But I came up with another creative way to do this just because I would prefer to have this tank all the way down on the extrusion just for stability. You can do it many different ways. There's, you know, all kinds of creative things that you can do. You guys will start making your own brackets and things as you go. So let me get the other one started. Okay, now that those are all tightened up, I'm going to tighten the back one. We got a plastic washer to put down on the we can rotate this thing all the way around from side to side. And that's why I like this stand so much, because it's got great articulation. So put it where you want it. We got a dent right here that we're going to do a demo on in our next video. So I'm going to set this thing up at a little bit of an angle. And then keep in mind too, you can set the height of the stand. If you want to lower it, raise it, you can do whatever you want. You can do it sitting down. This thing will go real low. So this thing will drop down. It's just right here. It'll probably drop down another 8 inches or so right now. So now that this thing is super secure, I mean, it's absolutely rigid. So that's what you're looking for with these tank setups. You want it really solid, stable, secure, because the sheet metal on these things is very thick, and they're very hard to push these dents out.